We're gonna plant an orchid in my orchid tree. I get lots of compliments on my orchid tree. Look at these beautiful orchids. I've got a few that haven't bloomed yet, but we've got some good growth happening on some of them. To plant an orchid outside, you obviously need to be someplace warm. And this is just an orchid bought at a store. And my aunt was leaving town and she didn't think it would survive the trip back up north. So she gave it to me because she knew it would go to a good place. Friends of ours had told us about doing this, and I read up a little bit about it. And all you have to do is take it right out. They're kind of like air plants, and they don't need a whole lot of water. But I like to stick it in this tree because look how pretty it is when these start blooming. They need light, not sun. So this is the perfect tree for it. They get lots of light, but very little direct sunlight. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna place it up here, and it slides right in. I believe this is a cabbage palm, but I'm not sure. I think I want to go this way. Fit in there better. There we go. What I do then is I take some twine, and I want enough to go basically around the tree. And this is just to stabilize it until the roots grow around. And I'll show you how the roots grow around the tree in just a minute. I'm going to take the twine and loosely go around the plant, just like this. And I leave the sticks, the support sticks in there. They can come out later after it has stabilized itself. Okay, and I'm gonna be careful with these other ones so I don't tie any leaves there. Okay. So I have the twine and stuff like that, so I'm gonna just tie it. Normally I tie it around the back of the tree so you wouldn't see it. For this purpose, I'm gonna do it here. And you just want to make sure it supports the plant. You don't want it so tight that it's like cutting anything off, but you want to make sure that it's supported. Then I trim off the excess. I just knot it. Trim off the excess. And that's it. That's all you have to do. I then take a little bit of the Orchid Miracle Grow orchid spray, just to give it a little boost. Once a week I'll put ice cubes on it to water it, just like I do with all of the other orchids. And eventually the roots will continue to grow, and I'm going to show you. So here's a bunch of roots that are growing and branching out. But look at like around the tree. Eventually it starts to wind around the tree. There's that one and this one, and they just kind of go wherever they want, and it wraps all the way around the tree and wherever it needs to go, and it hangs on. So most of these orchids, see, here we go, all around the tree. They haven't made it around to the back yet. All of these orchids survived Hurricane Ian, except obviously the one I just put in, and they were fine. They hung on tight and they survived.